Greetings from Buenos Aires. In today's clip, we're going to be rerunning a conversation I had with a hot Jasmine from Aladdin looking woman in Guadalajara, but we're going to be breaking it down from a different dynamic, from a female body language perspective, showcasing one of the signs of interest she's giving and why they're important to gauge her level of interest, right? Because all we're doing really when we go up to different girls and speaking to them is we're saying random shit and we're just seeing how interested they are, right? The more interested they are, the more high interest they are, the more we're pushing it to the conclusion of, oh, come with me, let's grab a drink, let's go and hop into my bedroom. And the lower interest they are, the more we're leaving the conversation and just moving on to the next one, because it's not that you're going to run out of women to approach in your lifetime, it's that you're going to run out of time, right? Your time, your attention, and your energy are non-renewable assets you never, ever, ever get back. Every day that passes has been claimed by the Grim Reaper. I haven't lived 37 years of my life, 38 now. Fuck, it was my birthday the other day. 38 years have been claimed by the Grim Reaper, right? My 38 best years, I'm getting old. So guys watching this, if you want to fucking get on with this stuff and you've been masturbating, I mean watching myself and Les's content for a while and you haven't taken action, put the laptop down, shut the screen, clean the keyboard later, put the phone down, get out of the fucking house and start speaking to women. Do what you were designed to do, which is go and be a social animal. We lived in tribes for millions and millions of years. Now, just because of the fact Instagram and Facebook and all this splendid isolation exists, right? We're all sitting in our houses by ourselves, does not make us happier. You cannot fake physical connection, right? So get out there and connect with other human beings. That's what makes life worth living. Okay, enough of the rant. On with today's clip, which is, right, what are the signs of female body language? So as you go through this, feel free to skip to the video, have it loaded in a different screen, the infill, which we're going to run now. So maybe open that in another tab and then you can just do these timestamps as they come through, right? Hablando portugués y ahora intentando para cambiar para español otra vez, pero es difícil.
Sí, pero eres bueno.
¿Ah? Dime. Yeah, practicas en inglés.
Sí.
0.18 seconds in, she opens up her legs and turns towards me. So whenever someone's open with their body language, male or female, right, it shows comfortableness with the situation and it shows a vulnerability, right? It's like a dog rolling on the floor, showing its stomach to the world, right? It's vulnerability. So she's opened her body up, she's opened her legs up. That's a sign of attraction. So that's the first point to note. If you're in a conversation with a girl and she's opening up her body language like that, it means she feels safe. These aren't complete hard and fast rules, right? Because some people will say, oh, you know, if a girl's crossing her arms, she's definitely not interested. That's actually not true. You're looking at what you want to do is look at all the body language in combination, and then you can see. So some girls are interested, but they're just standing here like inquisitively. Just tends to be their position they're in. But it doesn't mean they're not interested, right? She could be really engaged in the conversation. You can see she's visibly turned on, whatever, right? So it's not in isolation, these things, it's together. That's the key for reading body language. So yeah, legs are open, legs akimbo is the first thing. Prácticas. ¿Tú tienes experiencia de, no sé, tus padres son árabes?
No.
Second point of clear interest, 0.31. Laughing way too much at what I say. And look, don't get me wrong, I try and be self-abusing in life. I think that's one of the key pillars I live by. In fact, I don't think, it is one of the key pillars I live by. To always look on the funny side and just enjoy what we have, right? I'm not really much of a gratitude guy. I find that quite hard to do. Negative gratitude, like when I'm bitching about something and moaning about some first world problem in my head, because I'm sitting at top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs and I see a kid on the street rummaging through the trash, missing an arm. Negative connotation makes me have gratitude, but a principle I do live by, which is helpful for living a more chilled life, is self-amusing. So although I am cracking jokes and being self-amusing most of the time, often the jokes aren't particularly funny. A key sign that a woman is interested in you, if you're making jokes that aren't really that funny and she's laughing her ass off, right? So she's really engaged, really laughing a lot of this stuff and it's not that funny, let's be fucking honest. As much as I'd like to think it wasn't, you know? So great sign, if a girl's laughing at your jokes, even if they're not really funny, that's a sign she's keen as mustard. Es posible para cuando veo tus zapatos. Pienso que hay 25.
Okay. So cute. No.
Really?
No.
Mucho menos. Mucho más. 1 minute 44 seconds. she is laughing a lot. She's laughing a lot and steps closer, wanting to be close to me. Whenever women close the gap, proximity, right? That's a sign they are interested. So if a girl looks at you in the bar, if you're in a bar and steps closer with her friends, or on the dance floor moves closer towards you, any sign of proximity is an indication of interest. So again, if you're having a conversation with a girl in the street and she steps closer to you, that is her saying, oh, hello, I want something to happen. She's closing the gap, she's allowing you to come close. Big sign of interest. So again, look for proximity when you're approaching women in every scenario. If the girl is coming closer, sign of interest.
Flying a magic carpet, smoking shisha. Yeah, like Jasmine from the movie Aladdin.
Sí.
Jasmina.
I know Jasmine.
Aladdin.
051, moves her hair, brush her hair, and tilts her neck. Again, sign of submissiveness. A lot of you guys will have seen the horrendously awkward clip of Jeff Bezos' wife, the man-eater of all man-eaters, who probably bangs him with a strap-on shouting, I own Amazon, bitch, in that clip with DiCaprio in a party where Bezos and his girlfriend, I forget her name, or wife, are standing near him. And she's kind of crooking her neck up like this in a very submissive way. And DiCaprio's like, wags his finger and walks off. That's a sign of submission, and that is a sign of interest. Again, you're stacking this together with all the other things that are happening in real time. And to be honest, if you've never studied body language or knew nothing about it, you probably just on a subconscious level know from this clip, if you're seeing it with the sound off, that this woman is engaged and she's attracted to me or in this scenario. Remember, it's not a choice. Women will feel attraction or they won't, based on a number of things. It can be how you look, it can just be your vibe, it can be the fact they're horny, it can be your sense of humor, it can be any combination of things, and it can also evaporate just like that. So it's a very fluid thing. But if you stack this all up together, if you had no idea about any of the stuff I've talked about, you'd probably still surmise, she seems interested in him, is probably the language you'd use.
No, demasiado egoísta. Y es necesito para quiero familia, pero es difícil para encontrar la persona correcta.
7 minutes, 13 seconds in, she is playing with the hair for a long time. That is a sign, again, of interest, right? Any touching of the hair, the making, the fussing the hair, that's always a sign of interest. If you're walking on the street, you see girls doing this, usually a sign they're keen, or they're doing this to their friend, whatever. If you look at women are constantly checking out guys, right? And it's something I've noticed from doing this for a long time now. Walking around clients, most clients are very switched off to what's going on around them, right? They're in their own heads, they're overthinking stuff, they're not in the present, and they're missing clear signs from women of interest, right? It's very interesting when I take a step back and I'm just observing the client and observing the women that walk past us, how often a guy dressed well with a good vibe, if we're having fun, is being checked out by women. In faster, higher paced cities like London, New York, the checkout is very fast. It's usually a glance and then a glance again, that's it. If you miss it, you're done. In places like Latin America, where I am at the moment, Buenos Aires, Brazil, Colombia, Mexico, the eye contact is a lot longer. Women will stare and they're just more obvious. So obviously calibrated to where you are in the world. But looking for signs of attraction in women is something that's underrated. And it makes your job a lot easier, because if you dress well and you're going along, you've got a good vibe, and you see a girl check you out, when you go in, it's almost certainly a guaranteed conversation. It may not go anywhere, she may not be sexually available, but it's guaranteed to be a 99% of the time a good conversation. And you can tease her as well, you can catch her out. You can show that you're an emotionally intelligent man and you've caught her with her hand in the cookie jar. You can be like, how can you look at me like that and not say hello? You made me feel like a piece of meat in a butcher shop. So you're stacking together the confidence of approaching and flipping the script on her and being playful and teasing. That's like kryptonite, that's like voodoo kryptonite, right? An attraction. She's like, fuck. It's a man who gets it. The last thing I'm going to say about this overall thing, if you just run the clip through with put it on silence, as you can see, when you mold all these things together, not take them in separation, but put them all together, how there is attraction going on, right? It's just clear when you stack it all up what's happening. And also, the other thing I'd like to mention is just how attentive the woman is to the scenario, right? Have you got that love bubble effect of like, The rest of the world has zoomed out and you've got her complete and undivided attention. She's not on her phone, she's not looking away, she's not worried about anything else. She's completely absorbed in the absorption test, we'll call it. It sounds like a horrible tampon ad, but the absorption test. How absorbed is she in the moment? How much of a flow, present state? How much is Eckhart Tolle, you know, sitting masturbating in a corner? How much is she completely into this scenario, right? How much of her attention is she paying to you? You can see, if you just, you know, race through the clip, it's almost a complete focus on me the entire time. So that is a massive indicator of interest from a female perspective, right? Hope that's helped. Apply some of this stuff to your conversations, look out for it. And if you'd like help accelerating the process at which you learn this stuff and understand this stuff, get in touch. Myself and Les and the team have been doing this for 10 years, traveled to God knows how many countries, taught God knows how many thousands of people. We're the only guys who are nomadic and travel full time with this and don't just sit with our dick in our hands on random US cities, ranting about other content creators online. Life is too short, gentlemen. Get in touch, book a call. We'll see you in the next video. Book a call on the link below so we can help you map out exactly what you want in your dating life, the strategy, the vision, and we can help you get from A to B as quickly as possible, depending on what you want. That's the key thing. We've been doing this for 10 years. We've worked with thousands of dudes. We can save you your most valuable assets, which are your time, your attention, and your money, and get you from A to B as fast as possible. So book a free call, a free dating strategy consultation with us below.